Hey, yo, what's the deal? Miss your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? Like, this is actually my third time attempting to do this video because I'm like, I'm thinking if I should post this or not. But I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. At this point, I don't care because, I'm not here to, to make friends with people who are, especially in the Twitter in the Twitter atmosphere, who they kind of rub me the wrong way. And I'm going to explain more about what I'm talking about. So I'm a small YouTuber, right? I'm a small wrestling channel. I'm a real small wrestling channel. Like I just started, I just started last year with my with my Twitter account and my channel, right? And so, I've been able to, to interact with people and such. Some good, some bad, The bad I had to curse out, you know what I'm saying, and everything. But, nonetheless, I've ventured with, bullshit for good. But I've also ventured with good people too, real good people. And so, I always, I always interact with different kind of people on, on the space. But there are some people, right, who so-called Twitter wrestling personalities, right? Some people got blue check marks and such, who feel like not only that they feel like this shit don't stink, but they also rub me the wrong way. They really, really do. Like, there's a difference between Twitter, wrestling personalities and YouTube wrestling personalities. I got a lot more respect for the YouTube wrestling personalities than I do for the Twitter wrestling personalities, right? But, there are people, and it's not, and it's not Sean Ross Sapp. But I got more respect for that bitch ass nigga than I do for the people who I'm going to subliminally talk about. Because, we went to war. You know what I mean? Hold on a minute. Sorry about that. Someone had, given me a call, but, we went to war, but, even though he's an asshole, but we still went to war. But anyway, Twitter, X, it's not even a real fucking place. Like me, I just talk a little bit of my shit on Twitter, post what I need to post, promote my videos, and that's it. And I also mention other stuff, right? Other things besides wrestling that I fuck with, right? But again, you have people on, on X who they clearly, like I said, like something is not right with these people. Like there's something about me that don't fit right with this, about this person. You know what I mean? I'll give you a great example. I mean, there's been people on there, but there's one in particular, and again, I was trying to go back and forth if I should post this. Now I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I'm not here to impress people and stuff, but again, like, I don't know these people outside of Twitter. I don't know them. You know what I mean? But I can genuinely tell, like, some of them kind of, it bothers me. It makes me uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, with not only some of the posts that they do, but it's like, like, they say certain things, for reactions and shit like that, right? And when you try to answer to people like this, you know what I mean? Like, like you don't get a response. I only got 130 people, 130 subs on Twitter, right? And so, okay, let me say this, right? I mean, I don't expect people to respond to me, and so I don't expect it, but at least give me some sort of feedback, at least something. You know what I'm saying? And maybe the person got an abundance of people who, they have messages towards, right? Fine. But then again, with this person, not necessarily. You know what I mean? Let me explain what I'm talking about. There's a female, there's a quote unquote, wrestling personality on Twitter, right? Quote unquote. Who has about 21 subscribers, 21,000 subscribers. Right? She has about 21,000. Great. She has a blue check mark and everything else, right? And so there are some things that she puts on there that kind of like, if I respond, if I respond where I get cursed out or such, right? Or like if I respond, I won't get nothing, right? But then I seen on her page that someone who had 600 subscribers, she gave him a response to, right? And I'm like, in my mind, like, what the fuck? No, I mean, I like a vibe and everything, but I was like, God damn, like, what the fuck? And again, like she, people like her clearly rubs me the wrong way. You know what I mean? In mind, we're supposed to like the same shit, wrestling. You know what I mean? Like we like wrestling and everything. And so, and I'm not even coming disrespectfully, right? And of course, there's somebody else too. You know what I mean? There's clearly somebody else who basically, and like I said, I'm close to, and this is why, like, that when that New York attitude of mine's come out, it's not fun. Like, there's also another chick, right, who, like, she put it this way, right? She basically took her name and pictures from a fucking sitcom. Like, come on, man, are you serious? A black sitcom, right? With 4 black females, right? I'll just say that, right? She has 1,000 subscribers, right? And like I said, I responded one time and I didn't get anything, right? Now, if I come off fucked up, then I'm wrong, right? So that definitely rubs me the wrong way. Like I would never in my life go out my way. And mind you, like Twitter is not real. It's not real. Like, I don't fucking know you. Like, you don't fucking know me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you are personally. You know what I'm saying? And so, if I start to curse people out, then I'm wrong. But you want to know something, though? You want to know the craziest shit, right? If it's anything outside of wrestling, I get responses. If it's anything outside of wrestling, I definitely get a lot of responses. A lot. Like my Fat Joe tweet from last year, right? Like I think either last year or sometime early this year. I don't even remember. But, I got like a bunch of likes and a bunch of responses and such, right? But, and I get a lot of responses about Foxy Brown or any female rapper. I get a lot of responses off of that, right? But for some reason, it's only with wrestling that, like it kind of gets me, I get not the short end of the stick, but I get an undisturbed, a very disturbed ignorance that, like I don't deserve. And I can say whatever I want to say on here. You know what I mean? So, but then if I make a video on it like I do now, right? If I vent, then I'm wrong, right? And again, I thought about, I kept going back and forth with this. And I say, fuck it, I'm going to go for the gusto. Fuck I got to lose. You know what I mean? What the fuck do I got to lose? There's nothing I have to lose. Nothing. And again, I am not a fan of people do that. Because again, like if you're trying to network, right? If you are trying to network, right? Why the fuck would you want to, why the fuck would you want to, ignore people who you're trying to network with? It doesn't make sense. And it's not only with the females, there's a guy too. You know what I'm saying? It's a dude too who, and ironically enough, supposedly he's from New York City. Supposedly, right? He also has 1,000 subscribers. Right? Same shit with him. Now, if I start to blow up, then I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Then I'm fucking wrong. And, then boom goes the dynamite. Then the New Yorker got to come out of me, right? Which is what I don't want. I don't want that. I don't want that New York attitude to come out. But people force you to fucking snap. They fucking force you to go there. You know what I mean? And then when you go there, it's nothing nice. It's not nice. It's nothing fucking nice. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. You know what I mean? That's me. I'm definitely coming with another video tonight for sure. You know what I mean? So I'm going to definitely holler at y'all. Dynamite is coming on tonight. It's Dynamite. You know what I mean? So I'm going to definitely holler at y'all. Peace.